ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Fantasy Football. As you all know, we only got a few more days left before the Gameweek 1 deadline. So we are basically making our final decisions. So what I'm going to do in this video is go through my team for Gameweek 1 and talk to you guys about my last minute final decisions on my team. There's a couple of things that I would like to change or maybe go for, but I am really happy with the team that I have set for game week 1. Now, for this season is a little bit different. As you all know, game week 1 is a blank game week. Manchester United, Manchester City, Burnley, and Aston Villa players are not playing in game week 1. So they will return in game week 2, and this is why a lot of FPL managers out there are basically planning their team, right? And they're looking at options to kind of have for game week 2. So they're looking at Manchester United and Manchester City players. Now, the problem is this season. It's COVID-19. It is affecting everything, and we need to basically be prepared for any kind of situation. You know, there might be a player that we want and we actually planned it, you know, from game week 1 onwards, and then you see in game week 2, there's a problem with that player, he's in quarantine or he's unwell or there's other issues. Then that whole plan that you have created, you know, before game week 1 has just failed. So we need to make sure that the players that we have that will play, we need to make sure that we are up to date with any kind of news, because it's so important. And every day something's new is appearing. Like today, Callum Wilson has signed for Newcastle. Mahrez and Laporte, they need to recover from being unwell. So a lot of things can happen every single day, right? Even to the last minute of the deadline. So basically we need to prepare. Okay, and we need to make sure that we don't have just a plan A. We got a plan B and maybe even a plan C. And I think this year is all about the flexibility, right? And it's about reacting to situations and being able to adjust the players that we have. So basically what I'm trying to say is anything can happen in football. Let's try our best to enjoy this game and at least have a couple of plans. Anyways, if you like this kind of stuff, if you're new to the channel, subscribe and always drop a like in a video. Thank you. So first up, as you can see, I got McCarthy in goal. That is 4.5 million, 19.3% owned, so it's quite highly owned for 4.5 player. And as you can see, the fixtures for Southampton is actually not too bad. If you look downwards here to at least to game week 8, as you can see, Crystal Palace, Tottenham, Burnley, West Brom, Chelsea's going to be difficult. Everton is always difficult, but then Aston Villa, Newcastle, and there are a couple of fixtures here that is quite good for Southampton to keep a clean sheet. That's why you see a lot of Southampton players in a lot of FPL draft teams. So as for the defense, as you can see, a little bit of a shift in the defense. Trent is back in my team. I had Robertson, which is still a great pick, but because of this ownership of 53%, that is quite high. So if he does well, if he does bring in big points, I will lose a lot of ranks because of that ownership. So he's back in my team. Tierney, a new addition into my team, a player that I looked at last season, but I didn't bring in. He is an injury-prone player though, but hopefully that he can keep himself fit, because if he can keep himself fit, he can be a good option. I can see him returning big, and with these two fixtures that I'm looking at, Fulham away, which is a really good fixture, and West Ham at home. So I'm going to go with him because of his price tag of 5.5, and the ownership is really low. It's going to help me out, and I genuinely think that if he starts to bring at least one assist, a lot of FPL managers are going to be thinking to bring this player in because they know what he's capable of doing. He's a very good player. Very good option. And if you look at the fixtures, if you look carefully, like the first 4, it's not too bad. It's only the Liverpool game away is difficult. then I might need to think of a player to kind of replace him in game week 3. And I do have that with Taylor, that has got Southampton at home. So things like this, I'm looking at, these kind of strategies. I don't really want to kind of have an Arsenal defender against Liverpool, because Liverpool could do a lot there and score a lot of goals. But because of Tini's attacking returns, I think this is the year for him to shine. So that is going to be one of my differentials in my team. Egan, a player that not many managers are looking at. I know he's 17.0% owned, but I haven't seen him often in a lot of FPL drafts that I'm seeing him on Twitter or even on YouTube. But 5 million, he signed a new contract for them. He's a nailed-on player. Only 1 goal and 1 assist. But if you look at these fixtures, right, like at least for the early fixtures, right, and of course we've got to look at long term as well, and I think he is a good player. If you look at these fixtures, Wolves at home, yes, they got Raul Jimenez, but they got a couple of players that is out, and I can't really see the attacking returns there. Aston Villa is the same situation. Leeds United, we're not 100% certain how they're gonna start. Okay, Arsenal away is going to be difficult, but then Fulham at home. I think these fixtures are good enough for a 5 million defender to get at least 1 or 2 clean sheets. We know Sheffield United. We know, they haven't really made a lot of transfers, to be honest with you, but they played really well last season, and a lot of us went for that double Sheffield United players. And there is another kind of an idea that I had, was maybe getting Ramsdale and maybe getting Walker-Peters for Egan. That could be another kind of a switch there that I can do. So that is another a transfer that I'm going to be looking at. Next up is St. Maximin, 5.5, 18.8% owned. And I know a lot of FPL managers are looking at him and being like, he's got only 3 goals and 5 assists. That doesn't look a lot. Well, it's his price tag. His price tag of 5.5 is pretty much one or maybe the best midfielder out there at that price range. And of course, once the game starts, then that completely will change. But for now, he is the best 5.5 player. And with Callum Wilson moving to Newcastle, that is definitely going to help him out, get more assists, maybe get more goals. He could win a lot of penalties. And I think Callum Wilson will take the penalties from Richie. But yeah, I think that is that player, Callum Wilson, is definitely going to help St. Maximin. So he's guaranteed in my team now. Armstrong is one of my weak links here. That is 5.5, only 2.4% owned. I'm not 100% certain with him, to be honest with you. The only reason that I got him is because of Southampton's good fixtures. And Armstrong could do well. If you look at his history, he has played a decent amount for 5.5. And I just can't find that cheap midfielder. And maybe I need to go for the 4 at the back and just play the 4-4-2 formation. And that is the last the changes that I could make. But I'm okay for now. Now with Song, that is 9 million, 28.2% owned. As you can see, 11 goals, 13 assists. He's going to be playing up front. Well, if Harry Kane isn't there, he will definitely play up front, and that will definitely give him more chances to be able to score. So he's not out wide. That's why we didn't want Song, right? We didn't want him to be out wide. That's the problem last season. And if that's the case, if he starts going out wide, then yeah, I'm going to get rid immediately. Everton. Now, I did have a Spurs defender, and you know what? Everton is actually quite a difficult team to kind of beat. And then they got Southampton away. I'm just not feeling it right now. Aubameyang, 12 million, as you can see, 42% owned, really highly owned. And I mean, I can't really say too much about it. He is nailed on into my team. Definitely a great captain option for game week 1 and for game week 2. So really good fixtures for him. Game week 3 is a tough one there. everyone's got a plan of to remove Aubameyang to a Manchester City player like Sterling or Kevin De Bruyne. And for me, I'm gonna, leave my options open because anything can happen right now. You got Salah. Now, right now, a lot of people are actually thinking not to go with a attacking Liverpool player. And I actually looked at that, but then I thought to myself, that's quite a lot of money there. I mean, who am I going to go with, right? I'm not 100% certain about the Chelsea and midfielders right now. I don't know who's going to play. I want to make sure on those players, if they play, then, if they're fit and ready, then I'll go for Chelsea midfield. But for now, I'm just going to wait and see. I'm just going to go for the proven players, right? And Salah at home looks really good. And to be honest with you, I'm actually thinking to remove Salah and bring in Bruno Fernandes instead of removing Song. Because if I was thinking to remove Song, that means I have to have 1.5 in the bank to kind of like hold in the bank in game week 1 and then bring in Bruno Fernandes. And Song is actually, like in game week 3, Song's got a really good game. I think it's against West Ham. Newcastle. No, West Ham is after, so there you go. West Ham is that one. So Tottenham has got really good fixtures, and I do want to have Song in my team. I looked at that option of removing Song for Bruno Fernandes, and I don't know, I'd rather remove Salah or Aubameyang or something. So, but I don't want to. I'm basically looking at those fixtures. This year, if I see a good fixture, and if I see a good player like a premium player like Salah or Aubameyang, Song, and they've got a fantastic fixture, I'm going to try and get in those players. If I see Manchester City against Fulham, let's just say as an example, and I don't have any Manchester City players, and I see Arsenal playing against Manchester United or something, or Liverpool playing against, I don't know, Tottenham or something like that, like a difficult team, I'm going to change them around. That is what I'm going to do this season. I'm going to just go for those fixtures, and I'm going to change those big hitters. That's the goal. So hold like the small hitters here, and just basically rotate these big hitters with other big hitters. That is the plan that I'm going to go with. I don't know if that's going to work, but I think it is a decent plan. Now, Mitchell here is 6 million. To be honest, I don't really want him in my team, but I just have him because he's pretty much one of the cheapest and highly owned players, and there's not many options out there. I'd love to get Ings in this team. If I could fit in Ings and remove Armstrong and get another player, perfect. And Timo Werner, I think he's going to be a star this season because of the amount of goals he scored last season in the Bundesliga, and I can see him scoring a lot of goals for Chelsea in the Premier League. And as you can see, you've got Mitchell here. That is 4 million. That he should be playing in the first early stages of the season. I've got Taylor to help me out. That is 4.5. There's a couple of good fixtures for Burnley to give us some clean sheet points, and he's one of the cheapest of the players there. And Davis said that it's just a 4.5. Hopefully that he plays. I probably won't play, but that is the team. That is the team. Now, let's have a look. I got 1 million in the bank, and to be honest with you, I don't want to hold 1 million in my bank no more, because if I'm going to go with removing Salah, and if I bring in Bruno Fernandes, which I'm thinking to do in game week 2 now, as you can see, I'll have a lot of money in the bank, and I don't want to hold that much. And let me just have a look at this. Okay. I could actually get Ings. Okay. So let's just say I remove Aubameyang and I bring in like Kevin De Bruyne or Sterling for that home game against Leicester City. I'll have 3 million. I could get Martial. I'm just saying, I could get Martial. And that team will look really good. Let me just add Martial. I know that's a lot of money. I'm not saying I'm going to do it. I'm just looking, right? It's good to look. Of course, there could be price rises. There could be other injuries, but it is some kind of plan. That is good. And of And I guess if I'm like running out of money, I can, you know, remove Taylor here, get a 4 million player. But anyways, that's just something, right? I could do that as well. And the other option is just, you know, just go for that strong, make sure that you got a strong defense here. I can do this, and there we go. I can bring in Tini as well. I don't know why I removed him there. Let's just bring in Tini. There we go. And just invest like everything and maybe get another defender. I think these 4 million defenders will definitely help me out. Maybe go for another 4.5. I don't know. Let's just say that I bring in, what is it, Matt Ryan. Where is he? There we go. Matt Ryan, that is 4 million. Maybe something like this. Then I'm just like protected and I can like hold my wild card as long as I can. You know, I've got my goalkeeper, spare goalkeeper to rotate with. I just want to have a look at, okay. There's a few, okay, it's 5 and 6. Is it really working? 5 and 6. Okay, I can bench McCarthy and play Ryan. So, yeah, those are some of the decisions that I have got left. There's quite a lot, but it's not completely changing my whole team around. It's just a few little adjustments here and there. You guys let me know what you think. Should I just use that money, invest that money, or maybe have 0.5 just in case of price rises and all that? If I miss one, then, you know, I might need that extra little bit of money to help me out to make the transfers. Should I just use all the money and remove Salah in game week 2? Or shall I remove Song in game week 2, but I have to have 1.5 million in the bank? For me, I would like to invest all of the money, but I want to know what you guys think, because these strategies are quite good and a lot of FPL managers are thinking about it as well. For me, I'll make my final decision on a Thursday's video, okay? Anyways, guys, thanks for watching. I hope that this has helped. I hope you guys like this kind of video. Hopefully you guys like my team. Hopefully that you guys will start off really well. Getting to that 18,000 subscribers, which is fantastic for me. So thank you so much. And yeah, hopefully that we can see you guys on Twitter as well. So follow me on that. Anyways, guys, thanks for watching. If you're new to the channel, subscribe if you're new and smash that like button because it does help me out a lot. Thank you so much, guys. And I'll see you guys next time. See ya.